Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. I think we're live, but I'm not very sure. And it would be really good to get a feedback on that. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Jesus Christ. Hello. I think we're live, but I am not very sure. And it would be really good to get a feedback on that. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. I think we're live, but I am not very sure. I will try to see what's happening because something is definitely happening. Sounds good. I will. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's what was going wrong. It was I played it on Discord. That was a very weird interaction. I think you heard me twice going, but yeah, thanks for waiting. I think I can see the chat as well. Definitely improved compared to last time. Right now, I definitely have it here. Hello to all the people in the live stream. Buonasera. Thank you. I think HV is Hugo. That's you. Thanks for the clarification. How's everybody doing? I think we are on a couple of different time zones tonight. Well, here it's evening, but due to the daylight saving is actually not bad, and it's still sunny. And yeah, I think we have people from a few other places in the world. Where are you guys listening from? I would like to get the chat engaged already. That's the plan. And hopefully more people will join on the way. This is gonna be very informal, unlike the other time. Not gonna, I guess I'm not gonna keep it too close to the language, as as I made you aware already. But it's gonna be about various random things, and yep, I would like to hear your input as much as possible. America, okay. 11 a.m. East Coast, Florida. Oh, I think we have a couple of people from Florida here. Germany, Netherlands. Very nice. Very, very nice. All of you still have much more of the day left already. I think the connection seems to be okay. The microphone seems to be okay. So I'm. Oh, by the way, so what this is gonna be about is gonna be about a couple of topics that I put aside, a couple of things that I found very interesting to talk about, and this is my plan for what's this gonna be in the live stream from now onwards. Starting with this week, every month, there should be a stream like this, and I don't have really any expectation. I just want to see how it goes. I want to have a bit of fun. I don't think there's any I don't know, any structure really. I mean, I do have the points that I wanna talk about, but I'm not gonna stick really super close to those. And if there will be any kind of side conversation or anything like an interesting topic that will come from the chat, I will be up for engaging with that, to reply, to see what's really the interest, because this is at the end of the day what I'm hopefully gonna introduce with those live streams. I'm gonna make this channel more than just about Romania. So okay, we have more people from the States. I like the the ID, the account name Sheffel. That's cool. Why didn't I put that as the account name for instead of the Romanian Academy? That would have been fun. Something like the boss Academy. I mean, I did use that word, but in the way that's actually used nowadays in Romania, because nobody really says Shefful anymore in Romania. Everybody says boss, which is really funny, especially in the south. Chat is going quite good. So I think right now, I don't know, I would like to ask you a couple of things to begin with, and I assume just to see how you feel about the channel so far, and what do you like, what you don't like. I know this is I don't know if you really have any opinion right now, but I would really appreciate some kind of input. If you can think of anything that could go better, obviously I would love to hear that during the stream. I love taking feedback, and I have been taking a lot of feedback since this has started, and I love doing that because it makes me improve the content, makes me well, happy to work on what you guys like. So anything from the videos, anything about the channel, anything about the Discord. So yeah, if you want to share any kind of feedback about that, feel free to do it. I'm gonna share the screen maybe. Okay, I think that worked. If you can see this good old Microsoft Edge, I think you can. I should really trust this computer a bit more because it does do what I think it does, but there's such a lag with this that it's really difficult for me to know when stuff is gonna pop up on your side. You can see here probably at the top there's a TikTok tab. I'm gonna briefly talk about that in a bit because there's some exciting news on that end for whoever is interested in shorter content, funner content. I got that name inspired from Makanake. Fair enough, he's a good lad. I think he overcame some really bad illness a while ago. I'm not sure if I remember right. I don't listen to him really, but he has, like, every time I heard his songs, he has some really good lyrics. So yeah, I do recommend Makanake to those who don't know him. Quite a good rapper, is he? I think he is a rapper, hip hopper, trapper. I don't think he's a trapper. Definitely not a trapper. But yeah, he's a good guy. So what was I gonna do? Yeah, so here I wanna go to the Romanian Academy very quickly. Just go through a couple of things, maybe make it slightly more clear for those who are interested. Maybe there are some things that are unclear about the channel, so just before we go into the heavier topics, I just want to talk a little bit about this. So the way I try to build the content at the moment, and how it's really been since the beginning of times with this channel, if we have a look here and we go really from the beginning. Well, at the beginning I was just testing around with some things, and then my distractions, I guess, got me into trying to, okay, why wouldn't we make it more than just grammar? Because people have had enough about, with grammar. And some people don't even know grammar. But they want to learn Romanian. And there's a lack of resources everywhere, right? So this is what the structure has been, the way I used to release. I need to change those thumbnails because most of them, the old ones, are horrible. But what I wanted to do really was to keep the language content, rapper, definitely. Keep the language content in the majority, and then bring some culture, bring some, well, I call them tips and tricks. I think I'm gonna change that season to something closer to colloquial Romanian, because that's really what I'm trying to get with it. I want people to be able to use Romanian in a way that's closer probably to how we speak it and how we think it. I have mentioned this thinking bit every now and then, but at the moment, well, right now I don't think it's the right time for that. There's not the scope for this. But yeah, that's about the stuff like season 13. And then culture, I tried to make some funny ones. This one probably was too advanced and it really failed. But then right now, I think in my opinion, we're doing quite well with what, like, basically giving what's needed. But if that's not the case, please let me know, because I'm still keeping this structure of one grammar, one colloquial, one grammar, one culture. And there have been some questions about the cultural content, whether or not, that was the microphone, whether or not we should have subtitles in Romanian and English. At the moment, I have tried with this one to do both Romanian and English, and you have closed captions checked by us, me and the person who I work with. They're all good in Romanian and in English, but that cannot really happen on a, let's say, on a monthly basis, and is really time inefficient. And because at the moment the way the software works, probably Romanian subtitles will be the most we can provide, and then using the YouTube caption system, we will you should be able to translate it. If I'm not mistaken, if I go on an older one, or maybe not an older one, just one where I speak in English. So let's try, for example, this one. Oh, shut up. So if I do this,
Enthusiast.
no? Shouldn't it work like English auto-generated to Romanian? I don't know if anybody watches with Romanian subtitles, but I shouldn't talk over myself. If anybody watches this with Romanian subtitles, or if that is an option, but let me know, because okay, so you can. Okay, so you have it in English, and then what happens? Auto translate to Romanian. Doesn't seem to work, huh? But what if we use, I think there is one with just, this one is just with Romanian, or no, just with English. Oh, but it's on the screen. Okay, so anyways, the plan is with this to have subtitles on the screen in Romanian coming from here, from the YouTube captions. I upload the subtitles, and then YouTube should be able to translate it for you into English or Spanish or Portuguese or wherever you're from, or French or Dutch. I don't know if there's anybody else, or German. If there's anybody else who speaks another language, well, let me know. Thank you, Caveames19. That's good to know. And yeah, so that's for the video. If you don't know about the playlists, it's quite well organized. I like to keep it organized, not because I am organized, but because if I'm not, stuff will be all over the place and my head will explode. And then in the community, well, I plan to post once a week with the updates. Soon will be, well, this is actually a good, really good introduction to the next part, which is basically the social media part. I've been thinking of launching an Instagram, and that still is the plan. But in the meanwhile, today I have created a TikTok account. So you get some really random stuff in Romania, honestly. And also I noticed that with TikTok you really should mute it straight away. I've seen that, I think this year or last year, there was an infringement or some sort of legal problem in Europe. I think in the States that's an ongoing thing, but in Europe as well, where TikTok has been accused of being really bad for children, which we know, but also do you see how distracting this is? It's always starting wherever you go. Even if I go on my profile, no, obviously there's nothing here, but anywhere else you go, your distraction, it's such a distraction. Your attention is taken. They try to take your attention everywhere. But anyways, my point is that I will try. I have some really cool ideas in mind, and I think they will suit TikTok better than Instagram. So that's one thing. Now that I have an account, Romanian Academy has a TikTok account. We should be posting here a bit more, and we should start soon. But I would really like to do, if anybody, by the way, if anybody knows any content creator on Romanian or anything to do with Romanian, some interesting facts about Romania, if you guys even use TikTok, I would really like to know, because that would really help me at least know in what direction I'm going. Because at the moment, if you look for learn Romanian, which is something that you obviously don't want to do on TikTok, but let's say you want to do that and you search learn Romanian on TikTok, swear to God, like there is this stuff, there's this type of content which gives you a lot of really nice, really well written, beautiful Romanian words with people pronouncing it. Sometimes they put emojis, sometimes they tell you swear words instead of saying thank you. There was one I saw earlier. This one. We have audio, I think. Now I unmuted it. This one is quite good. Is it? This is what happens when you mute TikTok. You don't know how to do it back. Unmute. There you go.
How to say thank you in Romanian. To say thank you in Romanian, you say ceva că ești. Try it. Ceva că ești. Now, remember, you have to do the eyebrows and the face.
31
Ceva că ești.
likes.
Try today saying thank you in Romanian. Ceva că ești. How to say...
Is this the most viewed? Like, what the... 400. Okay, 2 million. Okay, fair enough. It's not the most viewed, but still, it's quite... Yeah, Albert. Yeah, definitely. Uh, see what she says, and I assume after that, just tell her that. Well, I found it on TikTok. She seems legit, right? So, so yeah. Coming back to what I was trying to say, I really don't know. It seems like nobody is actually on TikTok, which, well, I am happy that you're not, if you're not. But if you are, yeah, like, feel free to give me any suggestions. I don't even know, like, what else is there on this one? Romanian learn the Daco-Roman language. Who had such a great inspiration to call it the Daco-Roman language? So weird. But it has a lot of likes, doesn't it? And quite a lot of views as well. And it's, what, it's just words.
¿Qué tengo que hacer para que tú seas mi mujer? Baby, dime qué tengo que hacer. She said, mi nena, tú eres una yata y tú eres mala, baby, no te vayas.
Yeah, I don't know, like, you can do ChatGPT and Google Translate for this, can't you? How do you get with that this many views? I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to understand social media. That and politics, I think it's better to stay away from it. Okay, Next.js. I'll be. Yeah, well, I think I said in the previous live stream here on YouTube about the plans to make the Romanian Academy an app as well. That's still hopefully happening at some point, but right now there are some other priorities. If anybody is watching this and is interested in helping with developing an app, something slightly better than you know what, Duolingo. I'm not gonna rant about Duolingo like last time, but yeah, if anybody is interested in that, join Discord or let me know. That would be quite cool. So coming back to here, yeah, I have. I'm trying to find the soft spot of Romanian content. I have one idea, but I don't know what else about Romania is actually watched. For example, there was another guy that was teaching really cool phrases. He is. Oh, he has curly hair and lives in New York. That's all I remember. But he's recorded on the streets saying like really cool expressions in Romanian that are actually useful and they are entertaining. And he exploded the other day. I don't remember the name of him. The name of him. You see, this is my brain translating literally from Romanian. So, anyways, that's TikTok. Flutter, yeah, I played with Flutter. It's quite good, but that was probably 5 or 6 years ago. He's not English, no. I think he's Romanian and he lived in the States for a while. I'm pretty sure he lives either in New York or somewhere on the East Coast. Theo? I don't know. Theo the Romanian? I have no idea, honestly. I don't remember. Theo, no. He tells you really fun expressions like a se îmbăta cu apă rece, for example, was one of them. Well, this is, yeah. Oh, thank you, Microsoft. TikTok, No, I have no idea, and I think it's just pointless to start looking for that guy. But if anybody knows this super interesting Vine kind of content that this guy has made recently, Sumvarze, yeah, that guy, Sumvarze. Yeah, I still don't remember his name. Is that what's called? Sumvarze? Probably not. Oh man, please go away. Let me be. Romanian funny expressions, maybe? Morcov în fund. That's a very good one actually, for those who don't know about it. Morcov în fund. No. Yeah, I have no idea. But whatever. So yeah, if anybody remembers that, please let me know in the chat. I'm not gonna keep going on about that. So yeah, that's something I'm looking for. A bit of feedback on the channel, also on the on stuff that you would be interested of seeing on Reels and stuff like that. I assume if they're gonna be on TikTok, they're gonna be on YouTube as well. So please let me know if you have something that's not just words written on the screen. And I'd be happy to see what I can do for releasing that on in the future, in the near future actually. So I had a couple of topics that I really wanted to talk about. One of them is about what did I write here? About the Romanian immigrants, Romania in air Schengen and tourism implications, and 2024 in Romania. Well, I'm gonna start with the first one because it's a really cool one that is well, I have been and I still am every now and then one of those Romanian immigrants. And since I know a few people that have joined Discord, or to be honest, one of the main reasons people do classes nowadays is because they have a significant other that's from Romania, and that's, well, really cool, isn't it? And what's your story with Romanians abroad? Many people are from the States. I know there are quite a lot of Romanians in the States, but that's not one of the statistics that people really talk about. Most of the time they say, oh, we're 1 million people in Italy, or we are 600,000 in Spain. But I have absolutely no clue how many Romanians are in the States. Romanian immigrants. I should go on Google. Romanian immigrants. Well, or no, sorry, diaspora. We call it diaspora. I wonder if you guys have heard about that word in English. I have no idea if this exists. Oh, wait, diaspora. It exists in English. So yeah, look at that. So we have. I should really stop saying we have. There are 1 million people in Italy, there are 1 million people in Spain, there are quite a lot in Germany, quite a lot in the UK. We stopped going there because we couldn't anymore. And then in the States, all right, okay, well, this is, I don't know. I have no idea what that means. Is it that you have like one great greater than great father mother from Romania? Because I have no idea. Like what is considered ancestry in the US? Roots, heritage, place of birth, person's parents before their arrival in the United States. Okay, so is this just parents? Self-identify as ancestral origin. I don't know. I have no idea what this means, by the way, but it says that those are from born in Romania, so like first generation immigrants, right? I think for the scope of this talk, I want to keep it to just first generation immigrants because, I mean, I see it just more relevant, I guess, to this conversation. So yeah, one very interesting point. I again, in the States, I know it's very difficult to get into if you're from Romania. Albi, I know your fiance was born there, if I'm not mistaken. If anybody else knows Romanians that have immigrated to the States, I'd really like to know a story about that. Most of them, to be honest, nowadays they go to study because of the unis. But, and, well, they do, I know many people that did work and travel, but other than that, I don't know. Is there any other reason really? I mean, you go work. The difference. Oh, she was born in Romania. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, the what I'm trying to get to here is this idea that compared to the States, in Europe is a bit different. And that is linked to the second part of this conversation, the one about air Schengen and all that. Because in Europe, as a Romanian, you gotta go abroad because one, it's easier now with EU. And many people since 2007, when we joined the EU, just flew away, and they got to, if I'm not mistaken, there was a really crazy stat I saw the other day in Spain, I think. I'm not sure in what country, but or no. I think it was all around Europe. Romanians Romanians were the only country from Europe, the only, peoples from Europe in top 10 or something like this that immigrated, when you take into account the number of people that immigrated. I need to look that. So EU immigration stats. It was recent. the future, if anybody is looking for a volunteering assistant position, I'm more than happy to accept it for these streams, because looking for data and stats, that's a bit it takes time. But I think it's Romanian immigration in the EU or something like this. Again, why am I on this Bing thing? Jesus Christ, this is so weird. Okay, next time I'll set Google as the default search engine. News? Yeah, news. Let's see. Bulgaria, Romania, partially. No. Later. The index of immigration, anti-migrant, EU, Bulgaria, no. Well. Six or seven Orthodox churches in the suburbs. Wow. That's almost as many as in my neighborhood. No, I'm joking. I mean, there are many here, but not that many. I think in my neighborhood there are... I mean, there's usually one per neighborhood. I think that's how it works in Romania with churches. Never came across Romanians where I live. Oh, really? We're everywhere. Huh. Interesting. Alright. I really cannot find that stat. And I should have done my research a bit better. And I definitely will. Oh, is this? No. I think the first one might have been Spain. Spain, migration, Romania, Morocco, Romania. This, I think this is what it was. No, this is from 2022. Well, anyways, the point was that most of like Romanians are the ones that they are the only EU nation that travels like crazy, that immigrates like crazy. So that is quite a staggering statistic, in top 10 or top 15 or something like this. And if I find it, I will probably leave it in the chat, and I will look for it after the stream is over, and you should have it in the comments. And just so I don't forget, because I have this tendency, I will write it down. But it was some really crazy stuff, so yeah. Right, so why is this interesting? Because yeah, since 2007 we just went everywhere, and the communities, the diaspora has increased like crazy, and well, I appreciate you believe it, but I love to have my my facts on the screen, because you know how people tell you, oh, so where have you seen that? No, that's not true if you don't show me. So yeah, anyways, this is a really interesting stat, because if you take into account all of those countries together, this is a stat that I have looked at. If you put all those populations recorded until, I think those are from different years depending on the country, like some of them 2022, some of them are 2010. Wow. US, why aren't you doing a population survey? And so on. If you take this all together, 1 in 5 Romanians don't live in Romania. No, sorry, 1 in 6. 1 in 6. However, that stat is a bit weird because if you take into account the populations from Ukraine, from Israel, from Hungary, and obviously from Moldova, wherever that is, should be here somewhere, or they don't have it here. Well, if you take into account those populations where there are Romanian natives, or Serbia as well, and Romanian close descendants, they are kind of out of the question. But other than that, there's like 1 in 6. And now, if I tell you that from my personal experience, the moment when, you know, as a kid, many parents want you to go away to another country because why would you study in Romania? If you look into the stats for the QS world rankings, the Romanian universities, I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know if there is one in top 1000 right now. So QS World University Rankings. This is for unis quite a good tool, and it tells you. Let's see. Country. Romania. Yeah, okay. Oh, we have 2 universities in top 1000. That's outrageous, actually. Phew. I don't care. What about that? Submit. You're welcome. So, okay, so that's another reason. And first time the population didn't increase after 1989. Well, you know, with those statistics, it's if you look for the official statistics, which are the census. I think that's how it's called, right? Census. The official nationwide census. There was one in 2011. There was one in 2022, which because of the pandemic, it was kind of pushed, from 2021 to 2022. And they are made every 10 years. So, yeah, sometimes you can look obviously of the Romanian population here on Google, but I wouldn't trust this. I mean, this is the who tells you that? This is just estimations. Anyways, but yeah, no, I see what you mean. I mean, well, taking this into account, 1999. Well, according to this, it's been decreasing constantly since 1999, actually. Yeah. So yeah, we're not doing very great. And also, our universities are not very high. And also, we take the places where even people from worse backgrounds go. So, what does that leave us with? Aging population. It leaves Romania with unskilled labor. It leaves Romania with a lot of problems in politics because, well, people here become less and less educated, and you can see that on the results from the exams. And yep, it's quite crap. So now coming back to this about Romanian immigrants, it's very easy to find Romanians abroad, and also it's very hard to see sometimes Romanians. I think Albi, you were telling me the other day, it's very hard to see Romanians talk to Romanians or want to talk to Romanians. Any guess why? And yes, I want to hear it from Americans who talk to anybody anywhere. Why would Romanians not talk to people when they hear Romanian in the UK, in France, in the subway in Berlin, on a flight to LA? I don't know. Why do you think Romanians don't like to talk to each other? Any guess? And until I hear some answers to that, I'm going to tell you, in my experience, personally, it's very, very hard to... By the way, what I asked you earlier, I don't have an answer. Yeah, I don't have an answer for that question, but like, if you know Romanians, that would be a really interesting... I would really like to hear your opinion, or, well, their opinion, really. Because in mine, I think that happens because of trust, and because how little we trust each other. And there is, well, if you come to Romania, you'll see that firsthand, because you don't expect people to do what they tell you they would do. Well, unless they're very close, and because there's a lot of corruption. So it's not really that we don't think they are nice, which is something that I hear in the well, Western narrative a lot nowadays. Are they nice? We do have the same, but not in the sense of, well, are they nice people? It's more like, can I talk anything with them without going straight to politics, religion, or money? Because that does happen a lot, and that's my experience. I asked some older Romanians the other day, and it was exactly that. Oh, so you met more Romanians? Lack of trust, yeah. Christy, I'm not picking on you, by the way, but that what you said is really, 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 really interesting. I don't think the communism left a scar. I don't think I mean, I think I know what you mean. You mean the years of communism, and yes, I agree with you. That has left a huge scar, but there's a lot even before that. There's a lot from before that. From basically not having a national identity for... Well, we did have kind of a national identity, but not really. And this is what I'm going to talk thoroughly in the course, actually, that I'm scripting right now, about the history of... well, the history. It's a little bit about the language and how it developed through time. But it's about this. It's like we didn't have any kind of set of values to stick to, you know, and I don't think many people still have. So I don't know if it's communism that, I mean, many people felt it in their really to their bones, and some stories are absolutely heartbreaking, and I would definitely say, you know, educate yourself and learn about it, because it's a bit deeper than that. But I definitely think it's a long term, you know, it's basically since the beginning of times, with the, not necessarily Romanians, but the people in these lands, ever since the Dacians and all that. Because until, again, I'm saying this and I'll say this over and over again, until 1859 there was no Romania. And, you know, I can think of, okay, but it wasn't the States until 17... Okay, now please, what is it, 1780 something? I really don't know. When was it signed? You caught me off guard. 76? Okay. Okay, 1776. So there wasn't any United States until 1776. And okay, that's recent. But all the people who came to North America at that point came from Western Europe, who were quite developed, right? So yeah, that's the issue. That's another issue. So I don't want this circle to go too far away, but I really wanted to chat a little bit about like how Romanians prefer to go abroad and how much opportunity is out there. And we will talk very soon about the opportunities or what there is to do over here in Romania, because there still is, but it's very different the way people from here see it compared to how people from abroad see it, or even how Romanians who lived abroad and came back see it. There are some really deep thoughts there. So let's have a look at the chat. What else is happening? The only ones I spoke a lot with, they were all very charming and shallow. I love that. I love that. Oh wow. Very financially driven. Isn't everybody who's very financially driven charming and shallow? But yeah, no, love that comment. It's very interesting to hear our feedback on that. It was my guess as an outsider from why. No, thank you again. I'm, as I said, I'm not picking. It's just that I really, if I see something that in my opinion doesn't look right, well, again, there is no general truth, but you know, I wanted to make that specification. So what else? And when you say, you know, it's deeper than that, it's as deep as 2,000 years, I guess. But again, I will talk about that in the course I should be launching this decade, if I can script quicker. Next, you're saying... Yeah, I mean, you know, I have no idea why those would be shallow. I assume there's also a bit to do with the American dream, and because it does happen. It does happen in any developed country where you go for money, and yeah. Grandma came from Romania to Germany. Spoke about Romania or Romanian because she didn't want to be the immigrant. That's actually, I have encountered more people than I would have liked to saying that I am a Romanian. I have Romanian heritage, whatever. I am half Romanian, I'm full Romanian. But my parents haven't spoken any bit of Romanian in the household. Or they have, but up to an age. And I'm wondering, wow, that must have been a lot of communism trauma. Not only communism, obviously. But there's a lot of trauma if you don't like to talk about that with your kids. And in that language, right? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Some people literally don't speak to their kids in Romanian in their household because they wouldn't integrate. And I know this is not just Romanians. I know this is for many people. I've heard in the UK when I was living there, I heard so many different stories. And it usually comes from those kind of, I guess, conservatory mindset when you leave your country, but you don't know what's the right way to adapt to a new culture, and your automatic response is, oh, I'm just gonna restrict everything that I used to know and adapt to this new set of rules. It's quite weird. It's quite weird. And every time like I see kids that don't speak Romanian at home, because there are sometimes I work with kids as well, and yeah, that's also crazy. Anyways, plan on retiring in Romania on a good old ranch, I guess, Albert. Ranches are not very common, unfortunately, in Romania. But if they would be, I mean, we can make a ranch, but it's more common. Actually, I think I should show you. More common in Romania is to go to sheep pen. I think that's how it's called in English, a sheep pen, or oh, I'm missing the Romanian word. O stână. O stână. Many people, basically the equivalent of ranch in Romania is a stână, a sheep pen. Sheep pen? Construcție primitivă în afara satului, unde se adăpostesc oile și ciobanii vara și unde se prepară produsele din laptele oilor. Oierie. Târlă. I don't know if there's anybody in the chat who knows this word târlă, but yeah. Loc unde se află această construcție. A închide lupul în stână, aș aduce dușmanii în casă. So this is the equivalent for a ranch in Romania. Well, this is quite a fancy one actually. But most of the times you will see a lot of sheep. Again, why am I on Bing? Settings, default. Oh no, you've seen my email. Please don't send me anything. Sheep pen, so stână on Google, not on Bing, because those pictures are crap. Who's this? Ah, Stana. No. Do the diacritics work? Stână. There we go. Yeah, a lot of sheep, a lot of ciobănești, which is this guy. Ciobănesc mioritic. Câine ciobănesc. Not this one, this is German. Those are Romanian shepherds. Bit too country. Well, anyway, this is quite interesting because there are quite a few videos. If you're looking for some entertainment, look for stână and bear fights. Because obviously when you live in the absolute middle of nowhere, there are bears and not really wolves, but there are bears that come to the sheep pen, and there are quite a few really crazy videos of the shepherds fighting the bears. I mean, both those shepherds and the dogs. It's quite funny. Anyways, I blame Dracula and the negative stereotype the story created. Yeah, I don't know. My opinions about Dracula are... I don't even know them, to be honest. I read it, but yeah, I don't think it's the time or the space for that. Cool. Oh, don't go to Ploiești or Bucharest. You'll so much pollution there. So much pollution. Poluare, Romania. Cele mai poluate zone din România. Oh, come on. Prahova is not just because, this is by the way where Ploiești is. Prahova is not like that just because it has mountains. But look at that beauty here. Ilfov, București. Vaslui. Why would this be so populated? That's weird. Well, polluted. Yeah. Well, they should have internet. The best internet, or the second best internet in Europe is in Romania. Either us or Lithuania has the best internet in Europe. When is this from? Or stable, I don't know. Whatever. I think Stena. Oh, you have a free house in Ploiești. Hope it's not close to the Petrom refinery. Yeah, I think stene are common, but probably not the same extent. Sometimes they, the shepherds that live there, they just come to. They like walk the sheep in the whereabouts, and sometimes they just cross a really popular road, and that's a very sometimes not always. Nowadays it's not that common, but it used to be very common. You just have to stop the car because you have to allow the goats and sheep to pass by. Brașov. Yeah, Brașov, Cluj. Iași, why not? Now with the, hopefully, if there will be more highways. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think we can move to the second thing, which is Bucovina. I love Bucovina. I mean, there was a little brief moment when I started not liking Bucovina so much because there was so much illegal deforestation. But I think things are getting better. I don't know. They didn't seem to have so many issues recorded with the investigation journalists recently. But it's beautiful. Yeah, go to Bucovina if you can. So yeah, Air Schengen. Okay. Who knows about Air Schengen? The big question, the biggest topic of the last few days. Does anybody know about Schengen, at least, if not Air Schengen? See you, Alvi, soon. Thanks for entertaining us. Who knows anything about Air Schengen or Schengen? I suppose the people that live in Europe, like Germany and Netherlands, and I don't know if anybody from any other country than Germany or Netherlands is today on the stream, but Let me know. Yeah. So let's try to use more Google and less Bing. And show you what Schengen is. Oh, Hugo, don't worry. Austrians are in the general public view worse. No. I think honestly, I think nobody in Romania actually even knows about Netherlands. I think I think it's more Austria. And you know what's really funny actually about Austria? The first flight on the, I don't remember if it was the 1st of April or 31st of March, but either or. The first flight coming to Romania with the new Air Schengen thing was from Austria. And there is this very interesting picture of a guy who shows his passport, Romania in Schengen. Let's see if I find it. I would like to find maybe Euronews. Oh, there was a picture with this guy coming from Austria showing his passport very proudly. Anyways, right, let's get out of here. So, right, this is, I think, outdated already. Oh, look, this is updated now. So, trusty Wikipedia. So this is Schengen. For those who don't know, it's basically it's traveling between borders without being stopped. Right? And so far, Schengen countries were, well, actually, I think it's important to mention that last year Croatia joined Schengen, and if I'm not mistaken, that was it, right? And Romania and Bulgaria were pending for 13 years, and they still are. And the other day, again, I'm not sure if it was 31st or the 1st. What was the official date? But it's really, really not important. Romania and Bulgaria have finally joined Schengen. What does that mean? Well, in my opinion, it doesn't mean anything. Unless you're a very busy and rich person that 15 minutes are very important. Because right now, and this is something that I am not sure. Air Schengen. Let's see. Does this thing actually exist? Air Schengen. Because from what I read, from what I understood, this Air Schengen thing is literally. It seems like it was invented for for this occasion, for Romania and Bulgaria. Air Schengen. I don't know. Look, Air Schengen. So right now we're not fully in Schengen. Our borders, like if people come from Hungary to Romania, or people come from Romania to Hungary, or the other way from Romania to Bulgaria, or the other way around, you still have to stop and be checked twice. That by land, obviously. And Now, if you come by plane, you don't have to stop at the security desk anymore. Or by ship. Sheep, not sheep. Ship, just ship. Or by boat. So, in my opinion, this is one of the most useless things ever. Because you don't really save time. And everybody says, oh yeah, we're gonna become so rich. Well, I don't know about that. I really don't know about that, because it really doesn't make a difference. Not a huge difference, at least. Yeah, okay, if you know, all the transport that comes through air. I mean, let's look at the map, okay? Let's talk about it like this. So, what do we have here? We have one border with Hungary and the second border with Bulgaria that are EU borders. Now, if you do, I don't know, if you come from anywhere in the EU to Romania by plane, you don't have to stop. If you've come from Bulgaria to Romania by plane, which nobody ever probably has done it, you don't stop at the security check. Now, if you also come by ship to Romania by boat, you don't have to stop. And that's probably the biggest reason people, well, Austria, Netherlands, I have no idea right now what's the situation. I think it's just Austria, but correct me if I'm wrong. If that happens, if you come by boat to basically the only two places you can come by boat are the Danube from Bulgaria, which is almost a full border. So the Danube, this river comes all the way to here, and this is land. Or if you come into the port. Okay, if you come to the port, which Constanța is quite a big port, thank God, you do have some benefits of, you know, you come in from anywhere in Europe, you come with those huge cargoes, maybe you're on a yacht, who knows? I'm not judging, unless you come on a cruise ship. And you come to here, and let's say that, like huge cargoes, that's beneficial. But other than that, how is that beneficial? People from Hungary, okay, here is probably you stay a bit less at the border than to Bulgaria. I don't know, those borders, from what I know, they're quite quick in general, compared to, for example, if you go to Moldova or Serbia, or if you go to Ukraine, because you can. So then comes the question, you look at the Danube, and you know, over the Danube there are some places which have a ferry, you know, happy days, you don't have to stop. And there are others, where is Ruse? Here. And there are others, like the bridge of friendship. What do you do then? This has been my wonder since the beginning of this. What do you do if you come from Bulgaria to Romania when you also have the option to go by boat? Do you cross by ferry? Or do you get through here and get stopped twice? Once here and once here. Yeah, I don't know. It's a very weird topic, and in my opinion, that's just a. I mean, they are saying there's gonna be released completely in Schengen. Romania is gonna be completely in Schengen by the end of this year. Who knows? Doesn't make so much difference indeed, because even though there is no official passport control, you still need to be able to identify yourself and bring your passport or ID card. Of course, yeah. As it is with well, any other country. And yeah, it's, again, I think this Air Schengen, this is what I think I quoted it somewhere because I don't think this Air Schengen crap really exists. And yeah, it's it's quite funny. The main reason they stop it is because obviously if and this is another big difference that I would like to clarify here. There is a big difference obviously between immigrants and refugees, and the main problem that the EU has invoked was the refugee problem, because through Romania there's this huge influx of refugees that comes to Western Europe through Romania, and according to what I know, that is not very true. But I again, I don't want to. I don't know enough about that, and I think it's quite a big topic. But that's the main reason Romania is not in full Schengen. I remember the first time I came to, where was it? The first time I felt the power of Schengen was in 2017, I think, or 16, when I traveled. I took. I remember I came from my small town. I went to Oradea here. From Oradea, and I literally felt the full power of Schengen, because I came from Oradea. We took a BlaBlaCar. If people who don't know what that is, it's a ride-sharing app. We went to Debrecen. Obviously, we stopped twice. Oh, and I felt it here before. I think 1 year before I felt it, when there was a train in the middle of the night and you had to stop on both ends, and the whole process lasted for like an hour or an hour and a half. So you go from Oradea to Debrecen, you stop here, and then I wanted, let's go to Slovakia, to the mountains. So from Debrecen, or Miskolc, I don't remember exactly from where, another BlaBlaCar took us, and oh my god, this border here, this beautiful border here, that's when I felt freedom. I was like, what? That's all? That's how it works? You have, wait, I think this is the wrong direction. But anyways, there was no, look, that's it, that's all you have. There's no physical border. There's some lorry parkings, and that's it. Happy days. And you go and travel, and you save so much time and money and everything. That's Schengen, basically. That's Schengen. For me it was crazy, I had no idea. I didn't know what was happening. I was crossing a border without being stopped and checked on my passport. The ex and his friends are free to travel to earn more money in Romania. Kept hollering about it. Like to go to Austria and Germany and England. Oof, I'm not sure if England was ever in Schengen, even when they were in EU. I think that they were never in Schengen, actually. But yeah, I see what you mean. I definitely see what you mean. Yeah, I think the UK was never in Schengen. In my opinion, the funniest place to be in Schengen is Iceland. Okay, Ireland would be funny, quite funny as well, if they would be, but I don't think they are. But Iceland is in Schengen. Which is it's so funny. It's so funny. Like, you come by plane and you don't stop for 15 minutes. Cool. Yeah, exactly. You notice you're in another country for 5 minutes. Yeah, I think the advantage is for Romanians flying to European countries. You don't have to queue anymore for passport control. Yes, exactly. No, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. And I love to not queue for passport control. But it's such a marginal difference. Let's be honest. It's such a marginal difference. But you can swim from. Okay. Oh, Strasbourg to Kiel. Oh, Pont de l'Europe. Nice. That's the French-German friendship bridge, huh? Oh, look at that quality. The bricks look more expensive in Germany. Yeah, the obligatory SMS, especially if you don't have a SIM card from EU. That's true. That's true. It's when you, because I have a dual SIM. I still have a UK number on my phone, and whenever I get to from country to country, it always tells me. And it's only the UK one. I don't know, for some reason the Romanian one is just pending for something. You know, another crazy thing now that we're with Schengen, and I will wrap this up very soon. There are those things. I think there's this conclaves. There's this one here. There's this one. Where is it? Here? Yeah. Look at that. This is hilarious. I'm not gonna try to understand this right now, but it's quite crazy. And also, guess what? French Guiana is in Schengen, because obviously, why not? And if I'm not mistaken, wait. Let's ask Google. Is French? I think it is. Guiana a country? Wow, that's a cool question. Because in EU, like French Guiana is in EU, but is it in Schengen? Oh, Debo, you're here. Can you clarify that? Maybe you know. Oh, it's not part of Schengen. Oh. Okay. I got excited. I got really excited. So, wait, now that you're here, I have to ask you, because France has a lot of overseas territory. Is there anything else that's not mainland France in Schengen? Because, okay, French Guiana is for sure part of it, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Réunion, and what else, like Guadeloupe and Martinique, right? They're all in EU. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that to you. If you can clarify, that would be really, really appreciated. Because I've always wondered about that. And also, Hugo, you're Dutch, right? So what about the islands, the Caribbean islands? Are those in the EU? Anyways, this is for another time, maybe. But please clarify that, because I would love to know. No. Okay, so the Dutch ones are not. Okay. Cool. That's very useful information. Wait. Yeah. Yeah. It's European. Yeah, okay. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, of course. Of course, of course, of course. Look, the Canary Islands, yeah, but I don't know, for some reason Canary Islands and the Azores, they feel, and Madeira, they feel closer. That's all I can say. They feel a bit closer than French Guiana, or, well, you clarified it now, I understand. The San Martin and all of those, they are not part of the... But fair enough, I definitely learned something, thank you. Look where this conversation got us. Right. And 2024 in Romania. There's not much to say. There is one big event in Romania in 2024. Huge event. And I did mention it briefly. Well, I just said about about politics, that I tried not to talk too much about that. But there is a very important year in Romania in 2024, and I assume nobody here, I don't know, I assume nobody here in the chat is Romanian, nobody's watching that, nobody watching it is Romanian, but let me know if you are, maybe you can help me with this, otherwise I'm just gonna try present it to the foreigners. So in okay, one more chat. I had no friends who wanted to live on the Netherlands until, and in order to do that they had to live 5 years in the Netherlands. After 5 years they decided to stay here. Yeah, I mean, you know, after 5 years, surrounded by a nice atmosphere and, yeah, all the good stuff in Netherlands, including the sinking country. No, I'm joking. Of course, I mean, I have no idea how the Antal... I have no idea how to pronounce it in English as well. Antilles. In Romanian it is Antile. Antilele Olandese. But yeah, never heard of that spoken in English. So what I was going to go through is this 2024 whatever European Union parliamentary election. That's cool. But in Romania there are 4 elections. I think 4 different elections in Romania in 2024. There's the presidential, there's the parliamentary, there's the local ones, and there's also the European Union ones. So, God have mercy to us Romanians, because yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting year. And I think the first ones are... I mean, why am I even saying this on this live stream, right? Why is this interesting? Well, it's because this can decide a lot the future of this country. We talked about the immigrants before. We talked about what happened now with Air Schengen, and what's future gonna hold for us. And it's quite crazy. It's quite crazy that, I don't know, all those 4 have been gathered in 1 year. They start, I think, in summer. Look at those beautiful politicians. Oh my god, they're so pretty and not corrupt. So 2024, 9th of June. Okay, that's when it begins. with the local ones. So basically, who steals locally. Then, oh, we have a calendar here. Good old Euronews. Honestly, I think they have. Sometimes they're quite left, but overall, I think they're the most balanced news in Romania. Also, Radio Free Europe, if you are looking for Romanian news, quite good. Calendarul alegerilor, blah 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 blah. 9th of June, yeah. So there are two on the 9th of June, the European ones as well. Then the presidential ones, and then finally the ones that will either destroy us or, well, make us happier, the parliamentary ones. So that's what's that's what's going on this year, and that's something that you could be keeping an eye on if you are interested in such things. Because, for example, a couple of years ago, when was it? In Italy, an extremist party have taken the presidency. Correct me if I'm wrong, but something similar could happen in Romania as well. So, again, I don't like talking about this kind of things too much, but I just wanted to mention that during June, 9th of June, and then in autumn, things will be a bit weird in Romania. Probably if you plan a trip to the country, don't do it around then, because people might be grumpy and you might feel a bit stressed. Up to you. TVR on YouTube or even online. Yep, definitely. TVR is... I don't know how banned I am to say bad words here on YouTube, but TVR is not great. It's free and it's the best you have, yes, but TVR is it's a shame to have TVR as a national broadcaster. It's honestly sometimes it feels that TVR does their news on PowerPoint, like I swear to God. But yeah, no, it's free and it's good, and they have a variety of stuff. But sometimes it's the national television, and you present us what, Okay, there are, apart from this crazy things with the elections, there are a couple more things probably that have happened or will happen in 2024. One of them obviously is that Halep can play. Halep is was very close to not be a tennis player anymore, but she returned, and all cool in that, which is very interesting. If you're interested in a very crazy story, what happened there with how she twisted how her lawyers, I guess, twisted the whole case in her favor was quite interesting. If you're interested in law and stuff like that. And also, if you're interested in sports, Romania will be after. I mean, it's there are not many taboo things in Romania, but if there is one thing that, in my opinion, is a bit taboo, and I think many people will agree, is supporting a football team. I don't know how it is in your country. Probably if you're from the States, that's very different because one, you have different sports that people are interested in, and two, is a very different culture. They are not so fanatics like in Europe. But what about the European guys and girls? What do you think about your football culture back home? Is it taboo to say you're supporting a team? I'm asking this because here people wouldn't even... we are basically so ashamed with our results over time, apart from the golden generation that did good, but blah 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 in 1994. But other than that, because of many reasons, there is such a taboo thing to talk about football in Romania. It is just insane. It's insane. And to say that you have watched the national team playing, even that sometimes feels like, okay, that feels weird. Will I even mention that? So, anyways, on that note, Romania has qualified for the Europeans after 8 years, but last time they were at the Europeans, it felt like they weren't, and probably the previous time as well, they weren't. It felt like they weren't. Every 8 years, like not too often. We don't want to bore you seeing us at the Europeans. And the country right now is crazy. It's crazy to the point of, if you visit right now Romania, and if you go to, let's say, to some sponsors, the ones that sponsor food or electronics, I think they went crazy. Like I might show you next time on the stream some of the most useless things, like can openers, and I've seen Romanian football team branded sunflower seeds. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And it's just marketing, of course, and but the whole point of this is they will probably not even do very well in the Europeans, but people, what is marketing if not that? Let's see what you guys are saying about football. Yeah, football is very important in France for sure. But is it taboo? That's the question. Do you think is it taboo? It's almost a duty to choose a favorite football team. And here are all people that love football, yeah. No, we want to. We want to talk about football. But sometimes it feels like it will hit us straight in the you know what I'm talking about. And it's just is gonna hit back. That's how it feels when you talk about football. Very strange feeling. PSG or OEM, yeah. Exactly. Here. Okay, now. Okay, there was this big gap of time when people were really fanatics and they were supporting a team until maybe 2014, 2015, and then everything crashed. Everybody went to jail. They caught all the corrupt people, and now it's starting to get back. For a couple of years, it's starting to get back. And now, like during this time period, you wouldn't see one single person with a football team jersey on the. Maybe I should change this to. You wouldn't see a jersey of a team on the street. You just wouldn't. That's how shameful it was. For 8 years, I would not see one football jersey. Not of a national team, not of the national team, not of a football club. And nowadays they started to reappear. They started to reappear. Yeah. Where can I see Balkan Cup? What the Europeans? See? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, we like to go every now and then to the Euros. Italy and Turkey. Italy and Turkey are doing the European in 2032. What? That's such a random mix. fair enough. Yeah, of course they would. Of course they would support English football teams. That's all where all the money goes. I mean, honestly, okay. Look, my personal favorite sport is basketball, and you know, if you know a little bit, a tiny bit about basketball, you would know that you you know that the NBA is there, and everything else is somewhere here. Even though nowadays the national teams are definitely less of a difference. But in terms of football, in terms of clubs, the basketball is like this difference. And then you have Premier League and the rest, which is the same. You look at Premier League and you're like, okay, that's cool what they do there, but it feels alien. Like, who on earth would afford to pay so much money? Not for just player salaries, but for everything, for player, you know, all the facilities, all the everything that goes on in Premier League is crazy, and you know, it's the same difference in my opinion with NBA. You just look at that and it's like crazy. Yeah, I used to support Man United. And then I realized what's happening in the Premier League. Yeah, they are that far ahead apparently. I don't know when this was decided. Oh, and it's also a lot of venues. Crazy. Wow. That's cool. Wow, it's since last year. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, karate, judo, basketball. Anyways, that's a couple of things that are interesting in Romania. Other than that, maybe they're building some highways. Maybe stuff is getting better. I don't even know. But I do recommend you to come and see if you haven't visited yet. And that was, I think, everything that I want to cover during this stream. The links, maybe I could put them in the chat. So let me, so it's this. So, oh yeah, by the way, Romania is not Eastern Europe. Romania is Southeastern Europe. Big difference. So this is one useful link. And also this. Oh, nice. Where do you plan to go, Debo? And I will also look for the stats about Romanian immigration, because that's quite cool. Okay, if you guys have anything else you wanna tell me, I'm happy to listen. Otherwise, I will go. Have a beautiful night, day, evening. See you in the next one, which will happen in a month. First Wednesday, probably, of every month. That's the plan. That's the plan with those streams. Nice. So I'm still unsure. Oh. Bucharest, Sibiu, maybe Constanța. Oof. don't go. If you want to see Constanța, you should actually no. You should go to Mamaia. If you want to see proper urbanization, go on this strip of land in Mamaia, and you'll see some. I've heard some things that are built there are absolutely insane. Yeah. Yeah, this is Mamaia, or this strip of land in just north of Constanța. Yeah, crazy. Okay, well, guys, in that case, I want to say good night, good evening, good morning, goodbye to everyone, and thank you so much for being part of this. Next week there will be a class for not a class, a class or a stream on Patreon for anybody who's interested in me answering any kind of language related questions. Join Patreon on the boss tier and drop me in the chat any kind of questions you have. If you are already a patron under boss tier or anything higher, just send me any questions you have in the Patreon chat, and I will see you on Discord and tomorrow with a new episode about more phrases. Thank you and have a good one.